places. My name is Diksha Kesarwani and I am your English teacher. And today we will be discussing a new topic, that is present perfect tense. In the previous video we have covered two topics, that is simple present tense and present continuous tense. We have also covered the difference between present continuous tense and simple present tense. So in this particular video we will be discussing two more tenses, that is present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. Okay, so let's have a look at present perfect tense. Okay, so again, as I have told you that to identify any sentence, that which tense is used in that particular sentence, we should be knowing what? We should be knowing the structure of the tense. We should be knowing the structure of the tense. So in the same manner, in this present perfect tense also we will be learning the structures. Okay, so again the sentence is categorized into three parts. First one is your positive sentence, second one is your negative sentence, and third one is your interrogative sentence. So just let's see the structure or form of positive sentence, or it is also called as affirmative sentence. The structure is subject plus has, have plus verb, third form, that is also called as past participle, plus object. Okay, so the structure is subject plus has or have plus verb third form plus object. So in perfect tense, be it present tense, be it past tense, or be it future tense. So in this perfect tense, you just have to remember that the verb which we are using is verb third form. Which form? Verb third form. Present, past, future, we have to use which verb form? We have to use verb third form. And the auxiliary verb which will be used in present perfect tense is has and have. In simple present tense, we have used verb first form, s and es. Okay. In present continuous tense, we have used the auxiliary verb is, am, are. Right? But in your present perfect tense, we will be using has and have. Okay. So this is the structure of your affirmative sentence or your positive sentence. Okay. For example, like he has shaved off his beard. So over here, this is your positive sentence. Okay. Now let us have a look at negative sentence. In negative sentence, what happens is we use subject. As I have already told you, negative means that we have to use a negative form. So we just have to add not. Okay. So it will be what? Subject plus has, have plus not plus verb third form plus object. Okay. Subject plus has, have plus not plus verb third form plus object. Like for example, I have slept. I like this. Okay, so this is the structure. Now we will see the usage of your present perfect tense, like where we have to use present perfect tense. I'll just quickly do a short recap or a quick recap of the previous videos where I have talked about the usage of the simple present tense and present continuous tense. So it will be like a quick recap for you, and you will be very easily be able to recall whatever you have learned in the previous videos. So in usage of simple present tense, if you remember, I told you it is used at two places. First one is your habitual actions and routine work. Second one is your facts or universal truth which cannot be denied. Then comes your present continuous tense. Now present continuous tense, I have told you that it is used whenever you are speaking something. Means when the action is happening at the time of speaking. Second one was whenever any changes is taking place. Okay. And third one was for your temporary actions. Okay. So in the same manner, we have to learn the usage of present perfect tense, because if you will not able to understand the concept behind the usage of present perfect tense, then you will not be able to understand that what kind of sentence over here it is talking about and which tense you should use in this particular sentence. Okay, so the first usage of your present perfect tense is that it is used for recent actions or events. It is used for recent actions or events. Okay, so example can be like I have finished my homework. I have finished my homework. So over here we are saying I have finished my homework. So you have used I as a subject. You have used I as a subject, right? With I you have to use which auxiliary verb? You have to use have. Okay. So you have used have. Subject, have. Have you have used. Then verb third form. So finish, verb first form, finished, and then finished. Okay. So verb third form is finished. That is verb third form. And then the object which we are using, my homework. Okay, this is your present perfect tense. Recent actions or events, like if somebody is asking you, or if somebody has asked you that what were you doing? Achha, what are you doing? So you will be replying that I have finished my homework. So recent actions or events which has been completed, which is completed, the action has been completed at the present moment only. But we are not aware about the time. We are not aware about the time. That at what time such result or such action has taken place. I can just tell that I have finished my homework. But the action, at what time it has taken place, we cannot tell you. Okay. So this is the first example. The second example can be like Rahul has lost his glasses. Rahul has lost his glasses. Okay, Rahul has lost his glasses. So over here, if you see, Rahul, singular subject, singular verb you are using, lost verb third form, and then the object. Okay, again, the action is happening at the present moment. Just before you are saying this particular sentence, the action has already happened at the present moment only. Okay. So, but at what time it has happened, you don't know. So, recent actions or events. Okay. The third example is that the police have arrested. The police have arrested a young man in connection with the robbery. A young man in connection completed over here means now. If I am saying at present moment that I have finished my homework, I have finished my homework, that means the action has already been completed. It has not been completed in the past, but just now only, but we don't know the exact time. We don't know the exact time. Okay, so this is your present perfect tense. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Now let us look at the second usage of your present perfect tense. Okay. The second usage is for experiences. For experiences. That is, present perfect tense is used for experiences. When you are sharing any experience, then you have to use which tense? You have to use present perfect tense. Okay, let's see the example of this tense, that is experiences. First example is, I have taught English to many students. I have taught English to many students. Okay, so if I am saying this, that I have taught English to many students. Okay, so over here I am sharing what? I am sharing my experiences. That means in my career, I have taught English to many students. I have taught, teach, taught. So over here again you are sharing what? You are sharing experiences. Okay. Next example can be, Rahul has visited France 4 times. Rahul has visited France many times or 4 times. Okay. In his life. So he is sharing his experience that in his life, Rahul has visited France 4 times. Okay. So this has visited. Again somebody is sharing what? Somebody is sharing experience. Right. So this is your which kind of tense? This is your present perfect tense. Okay. Now let's see the third example. The third example is, we have seen 2 movies this week. We have seen 2 movies this week. Okay, we have seen 2 movies this week. Okay, that means like I have watched movie over here, I have watched movie over here. So again I am having the time to watch movie. I am still having the time to watch movie. Maybe I have watched the movie on Monday and Wednesday. Still I am having Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? I can still go and watch movies at that particular time, right? So this particular thing is what it is about, sharing your experiences. So whenever you are sharing any experiences, so you have to use present perfect tense. Okay. So first one was what? First one was whenever you are talking about recent actions or events, and the second usage was whenever you are talking about any experience. Okay. So now let's see the third usage of your present perfect tense. Okay, the third usage of your present perfect tense is that whenever you are talking about any recent actions, or you can say about any past actions that are not over at the time of speaking, right? For which the time of action is not mentioned. Like in these sentences we use time expressions like today, this morning, evening, afternoon, week, month, etc. For example, Shushita has watched 6 films this week. So over. The same example which has been given in your book, I have explained you just now. So these were the uses of your present perfect tense. Okay. Or for any of the event that began in the past but which continues up to the present, like I have known him since he was 6 years old. So the action will still, means it started from the past but it will still continue, right? So this was about your present perfect tense. Now very quickly we will see the usage of and the structure of your present perfect continuous tense. Okay. Okay students, now let's study about present perfect continuous tense. Okay, so let's see the structure of present perfect continuous tense. So in positive form we use the structure what? We use again subject. We use subject plus has and have plus be plus verb first form plus ing plus waiting. Action is still in continuous motion. It has started in the past, 5 p.m. I have been waiting to see the doctor for 2 hours, but since 5 p.m. and still the action is going on, still waiting. Now you understood that when you have to use this present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense is used whenever that action has been started at the past and it is still continuing. Like I have been preparing for IIT examination since 2 years. 2 years back also I was preparing, and right now also I am preparing for my exam until and unless I just qualify my exam. So there you have to use what? There you have to use your present perfect continuous tense. I hope this diagram is clear to everyone, and through this diagram you can understand the usage of your present perfect continuous tense. Okay. Now let's quickly see another example. Okay. So another example of your this present perfect continuous tense is that he has been playing tennis since he was a child. He has been playing tennis since he was a child. Yes. Since he was a child, or for 20 years. Okay. He has been playing tennis since he was a child. Since he was a child means what? Since he was a child over here means that the action took place long back in the past and it is still going on. He is still playing tennis. Okay. So he has been playing tennis since he was a child means right now also he is playing. Or you can say that he has been playing tennis for 20 years. For period of time, fixed period of time, fixed duration of time. Since what specific time? Specific time. When he was a child. Okay. Now let's see the next example. The next example can be like she has been learning English for 8 months. She has been learning English for 8 months. Okay. She has been learning English for 8 months, or you can say another way of saying it can be like since last October. Okay. Again, action has begun when? Past, and is still going on. That she has been learning English for 8 months, or since last October, and the action will still be continuing. Okay, still it will be going on. Okay. Next example can be we have been living in this town for a very long time, or since 1980. Okay, since 1980 means what? That we are talking about a longer duration of time. Since 1980 and still you are continuing to live at that particular town or at that particular place. Okay. Next example can be like it has been raining all morning. It has been raining all morning. Or another way of writing can be like since 4 a.m. See, in each and every sentence you are using since or for. Okay. Since if you are using, so you are specifying a specific time period. If you are using for, so you are talking about a fixed duration of time or fixed period of time. Okay. So I hope these 3 examples are clear to everyone, and the usage of present perfect continuous tense is clear to everyone. Okay. So in this video we have learned about 2 tense, and that is present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense, and I hope it is clear to everyone. Means now we have completed our one tense, you can say, that is present tense. All the 4 categories we have completed about your present tense. That is simple present tense, also called as present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, continuous tense. Okay, so you just have to learn the structure of each and every tense. Okay, now in the next video we will learn about your past tense and the subcategories of your past tense. Okay, one thing I would like to tell you, children generally they get confused that ma'am, what is the difference between this present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. So I would like to tell you that the difference between your present tense and present perfect continuous tense is that present perfect continuous is used to highlight the duration of an activity. Duration of an activity, why I am saying this duration of an activity? Because you are using for and since. Moreover, you are specifying the time. You are specifying the time. So you are more focused on the time, at what time that action has taken place, okay, rather than the result. And in your this present perfect tense, it is used to focus on the result of an activity. Present perfect tense is used to focus on the result of an activity rather than specifying the duration or specific time period. Okay, for example, like Vasudha has been studying hard since 9 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so the emphasis is on the duration for which the activity described has been going on, the duration of time. Like she is means learning since 9 in the morning. Okay, next example is that Kakoli has bought 3 sarees for herself. So over here the emphasis is on the result of the activity described over here, that the result is that she has bought 3 sarees. At what time she has bought it, we don't know that. Okay, so we are more focused on the result rather than on the duration of time. So this is the difference between your present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. Okay, and I hope this is clear to everyone. So like this we have completed our first category of tense, that is present tense. Just revise it, go through all the 3 videos, and in case if you are having any problem, then you can ask me on the comment section. Okay, till then keep learning, keep practicing. Thank you and have a nice day.